Hello guys, welcome to onlyvmware.com. We are in the middle of a video series that is building VMware LAB using VMware Workstation, and this is the 6th video. In this video we will learn how to install Starwind iSCSI storage and how to add the storage inside iSCSI servers and how to make it a shared storage. So now let's consider that you don't have the remaining RAM available for your host machine. So we can install this Starwind application inside your host machine itself. We don't need to create a separate virtual machine for Starwind storage. Okay, we can utilize the remaining resources for the virtual machines we will create on the iSCSI servers. So you can increase the RAM of the iSCSI servers and utilize that resources for the virtual machines. Prior starting the installation, just create a folder for the storage. So inside E drive I have the remaining space available, as you can see here that it's 580 GB free, so I can utilize this disk space. I'll create a new folder and the name will be storage. So this folder will be a shared storage for the iSCSI servers. Okay, so let's start the installation. The installer folder is there in the installers. Double click on it, install Starwind, yes, next, I accept the agreement, next, install. So please keep an eye on this message. Microsoft iSCSI service is required, so make sure that MS iSCSI initiator service is running. So go to these services, and check the Microsoft iSCSI initiator. Okay, so the service is not running at the moment. Just right click and start. Okay, the service is now started. Click on OK and the installation will complete. So now it is asking, would you like to install the device software? Say yes, install. Okay, the installation is completed. Launch Starwind, click on finish. So guys, now we have installed the Starwind software in our host machine, but the host machine is not in the private network of the virtual environment. So how to add the host machine in the private network? For that, I hope you still remember the option in the network, virtual network editor. So the VMnet 2, this is what we are using. Just enable this option. When we enable this option, it will install a virtual adapter to your host machine, and then it will automatically assign the IP address to the host machine. So just select this option and click on apply. Okay, now let's see if it has added the IP address. I am getting a message here that is the IP address conflict. So it seems that the host machine is trying to allocate the IP address to the VMnet 2, but the first IP is already used by the ADDC server. So let's change the IP address manually. Go to the adapters. This is the network adapter added now. Go to the properties, select TCP/IP 4. Yes, okay. So we can allocate the IP address. So we have already used 1, 2 and 3, 4. So now let's give it to 5, 172.16.0.5. Once we assign this IP address to the host machine, we will be able to ping to the other servers or the virtual machines inside Workstation. So okay, let's try to ping. (172.16.0.1). Okay, it is now working. 2, 3, 4, yes, all set. So now we can use the host machine as a storage server. Okay, just close this window and let's start the Starwind software. Okay, now the Starwind application is started. Just right click here, add the host. Now initially it will ask us to add the host. Now we have the IP address to the host machine, so use that IP address, that is 172.16.0.5. the port number is 3261. This is the default port for the Starwind. Now right click to the added host machine and say connect. The default password for the Starwind host machine is Starwind, STARWIND. Okay, now we are connected to the Starwind application. Now right click to the target and say add target. Give the name for the target, that is shared storage 1. Select the hard disk. Next, select the virtual, basic virtual image file device. Create a new disk. Now allocate the size of the disk, that is in MB. So when we say we need to add 100 GB of disk space, exact disk space, so that is 102.400. 102.400. So we are allocating 100 GB of disk space to the Starwind. Now we need to give the path. The folder we created in the E drive is storage. Now inside the storage folder we are creating the first storage, shared underscore storage 1. So the image file will be shared underscore storage 1.img. So next we need to make this a shared storage. So we need to allow multiple concurrent iSCSI connections to this storage. Next, that's it. No other settings are required. So we have added the shared storage. Now go to the vCenter. Open the workstation. Go to the vCenter. Prior adding the storage, we need to do some basic settings inside the iSCSI. Now we have not yet configured the network for the iSCSI servers, so we need to add the network. Go to the configuration settings in the networking. Just go to the properties, select the management network, say edit, enable the vMotion so that we can test vMotion feature. That's it. Close. Do the same for iSCSI 2. Just go to the properties, go to management network, edit, enable the vMotion. Okay. Close. Now go to the security profile. Inside security profile, go to the firewall in the properties and select software iSCSI client. This is very important. Say OK. Okay. Now just go to the iSCSI one. Go to the configuration and go to the storage adapters. Now here we need to add software iSCSI adapter. Okay. Yes. A new software iSCSI adapter will be added. So just go to the properties and here you need to add the dynamic discovery, the IP address of the host machine where the Starwind iSCSI software installed. 5. The default port is same 3260. Okay. Close. It is asking us to rescan the adapters. Yes. Okay. Now go to the storage and say add storage. Say disk learn. Next. Now this is the software iSCSI target we added, that is 100 GB capacity. Next. VMFS 5. Next. The name of the storage underscore storage 1. Next, we can reduce the size from here, and afterwards we can just expand the LUN. Next, finish. Now go to the ESXi 2, go to the storage adapters, click on add, say add software iSCSI adapter. Yes, rescan is in process. Adapter, select the adapter, go to the properties, dynamic discovery, add the IP address 172.16.0.5. OK, close. Yes, go to the storage and try saying just refresh. It will automatically find this storage because we already added that in ESXi 1. Okay, so done. Now the storage, Starwind storage, is performing as a shared storage for the cluster only VMware. So in this way we can add multiple storages. Okay, so that's it for now. We have successfully added the storage, the Active Directory DNS, the ESXi 1, ESXi 2. We have the storage, we have the vCenter. So that's it. The lab is created and you can successfully perform most of the VMware features on this lab. For now, I'll create a separate videos for VMware vCenter manual installation. I'll just remove this appliance or power it off, and then I'll create a new VM and install the vCenter on that virtual machine, and I'll also create a database server, and then we will install the vCenter manually using the database. So that's it.